If you have an '05 to 2013 BMW 3 Series and E90, and you've got the wiring harness that goes across your engine dangling on top of your engine cover, doesn't affect operation, but it's really annoying to look at. It's an easy fix, and we're going to do it right now. This piece here, it's common for it to break off. Usually it's because of the brackets on the underside of this cabin air filter cowl. But the whole piece comes off as one, and it's easy to do. I got mine from a junkyard, but I'll put links below to new ones off of Amazon. I'm just inspecting it here to make sure everything's good before I go through with it. But the first thing you're going to want to do is take off the two side covers here. There's a piece of rubber that sits into a tab, and then two little clips on either side, and these just pop off. The other side, you're going to repeat the same thing, and there is a small wire harness. You just give it a twist, pull it off of the bracket. Same thing here on this sides here, two little clips, and this cover will pop right off. Then we're going to dangle this wire harness off to the side over the fender just to keep it out of the way. With these covers off, you'll expose two screws at the front. Both of those come out. Then you have 6 screws that hold on this upper housing for your cabin air filter, 4 towards the windshield, and 2 on little tabs up front. With all the screws out, you can take off this upper cowl housing. This is where your cabin air filter sits, by the way, so you'll come back to change this out at your regular intervals. Once all those screws are removed, you can tilt this piece upward and then pull it out towards you. It will come out of the vehicle very easily. You're going to want to transfer the weather stripping. Here I had one piece of weather stripping that came off that should be on the car. So I'll take that off and put that back in on the hood side. But there's one piece of weather stripping that does click into this cowl housing. Now you're just going to reassemble this in the reverse fashion. This kind of comes in on an angle, it's easiest, and just let it rest on top of that weather stripping. Let it fall down, make sure that the screw holes line up. Then there's these little rubber tabs. That's pretty much what holds in the back end of it. It sits into the little groove and it snaps into place. Little detail here, just get the edge, the cap of this weather stripping back over. Next, route the wire harness through these plastic guides and then twist the connector into the bracket. Like I mentioned before, it's common for these brackets to break off on that underside of that cowl housing. And so what I'm doing here is just using a small pick or a little tool to just get out the piece of broken plastic. Once that's out, I should be able to get this entire harness bracket back and clicked in and hovering over the engine the way it should be. Next, go ahead and reassemble those 6 screws you took out. Take note that the screws that hold this lower piece on, their threads are machine threads. And then the 4 screws that hold the upper part on, the part that holds your cabin air filter, those have coarse screws. You don't want to mix those up. Next, get your 2 top pieces back on. Just remember, for each one there are 2 plastic tabs that snap on, and then there is a rubber little tab that sits into a groove that holds it in place as well. If you need to, at this time, change your cabin air filter. You pull it off. The new one goes in the reverse order. There's little tabs at the bottom that allow you to put that filter in on an angle, and then it pushes up and snaps into this upper housing. After that, you just reassemble it into the car using those 4 coarse thread screws. And then there's 2 screws up front. On mine here, there's only one. Unfortunately, it came broken like that, and that's a risk you take getting stuff from a junkyard. But either way, this is sufficient. When you're all said and done, this bracket should hold that wire harness up above your engine like that. Take note, there's another one that sits behind it with a different harness. I don't have that one here yet, but it's going to go together the same way. You put the harness in, you snap it onto those little brackets. I like making these videos to show people how easy it is to tackle some things on your own, save money while doing it. I'll put the links to everything you need down below, and if you use my links, I will earn 17 cents.